So it ain't got nothing to do with these lights.
No, that's a me project. I'll figure that out. I also have to. Well, here's the thing.
Well, Earl said you've been saying that now for going on 2 months, and said they ain't nothing got done. So, won't you? I tell you what you do if you want to get it done. Sometime tomorrow, call Earl.
Yeah.
Say, hey, can you come with you guys?
Yeah, well, here's the thing: is I didn't want to tell y'all, but I work for the DOT.
Is that soup kitchen?
No.
What is that?
There's a bitch over there that's got AIDS, spit on you, and you don't want that.
Well, first of all, how'd she get in? This ain't about how you know.
A police officer told me.
Oh, I thought maybe you'd been over there trying to get you some soup or something.
No, I have been over there. I was handing out turkeys.
You didn't drop them from a helicopter, did you?
Yeah, well, that would have probably been smarter.
You swore you thought they could fly, didn't you?
Yeah, you
don't know what these references are, do you?
These aren't flying birds. These are ground animals.
You don't know what me and Earl references, do you?
No.
You ever heard of WKRP in Cincinnati?
Oh, yeah, they dropped all those. Yeah. I do know that reference, yeah.
Yeah, you got to get up to speed. You got to get...
Yeah.
Well, never mind.
I woke up late this morning. I actually woke up very early this morning, and then I thought...
Here we go. Before you go on now, was it late or was it early?
Okay, it was early.
In the morning?
But then I decided I'm going to be late.
So, in other words, I picture you getting up early, which is about 2:30 in the morning, and you're going to be late. What you going to be late for? Hardy don't open till 6 or so. McDonald's, I don't, about the same thing, I guess. What about Walmart? They open all night?
Well, that's a good question. I know they open at 6. I know they're open at 6 because I've been there at 6.
Why?
Because I don't want to go.
You going to get that sale, that blue light special?
No. I go to Walmart as early as I can so I don't have to fuck with any of the other. We already missed it.
Didn't make it.
Yeah. You ain't gonna
so
never
I don't got to mess
with
with any of the other people. You go in there at 6 o'clock in the morning, there's people who just got off work from a plant, or it's...
Plants let off at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Here's the thing about plants. They need to... They
grow everywhere, don't they?
They need to get together on their shit, because if you go through Greenville, anytime after noon... Not in the afternoon, but afternoon PM, or is it PM? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All of them let off at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't get nowhere between 1 o'clock in the afternoon and 7 or 8 at night. Like, you got to start communicating and staggering these shift changes.
Speaking of staggering.
Okay.
Which we going to do.
Yeah, here we go.
Hey, Lordy.
Oh, shit. Earl, was you staggering?
Oh, I've staggered.
We staggered into many a place. Staggered out of many a place.
I've staggered in a lot of places.
Yeah, so.
Me too.
I'm going to stagger in to go see the Jimmy Buffett concert Friday night.
Where at?
Tonight?
Performing Arts Center.
Oh, no, today.
In Greenville?
No.
Oh, Walhalla.
Well, PAC, I ain't heard nothing about no Jimmy damn Buffett. I heard Neil Diamond and who else was it?
Well, hold on. Jimmy Buffett's dead, so you see in the Jimmy Buffett tribute.
Yes.
Neil Diamond, he's still alive.
He's sick. Yeah. He's sick.
But he's doing his thing.
Wait,
he's older than dirt.
This coming Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious? Mm-hmm. Why ain't I heard about it?
Now, I can't understand why you don't hear about things when you hear about everything else.
Who the hell is that calling you?
It is old man spam.
Oh, yeah.
This going to be fun.
Potential spam.
Get him, Earl, get him.
No.
Oh, let Earl. Oh, come on, Earl.
No.
Let me get him.
No.
Dad got one yesterday. Dad saw one yesterday firsthand. I might go to that. That sounds like fun.
Jimmy Buffett.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see if I got tickets so we can go. Me and Mom can go because that will be fun.
Yeah.
I'm going just to see people dress up like idiots. You going to dress up like an idiot?
Well, sure, I'm going.
Yeah, okay.
Me and Earl has been, how many Jimmy Buffett concerts been to?
I don't know. 2 or 3, I don't know.
They used to have them at the amphitheater in Carowinds.
Yeah, with the roller coasters and stuff.
What else you think they got at Carowinds?
I don't ride roller coasters. I shoot the basketball, fuck everybody up. I get in there and I come home with 17 basketballs.
They got an amphitheater, well, they had then back in the 70s, 80s, 90s. And they had an amphitheater up there, and you didn't have to go into Carowinds and ride no roller coaster.
Right.
You could just go to the amphitheater and see Jimmy Bubba. I remember one time me and Earl was there, looked it up, and you know who Leon Russell is?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were sitting about as far as me and you to Leon Russell playing the piano and Jimmy Buffett, And I forgot what we was calling him. He got long gray hair. This is when he was young. Got long gray hair.
You weren't calling him the N-word, were you?
No. And he had a big old cowboy hat on. And finally, I don't know, me and Earl won, but we bought a drink and gave to him.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we asked somebody, what's he drinking? Well, he'll give it to him. And he showed up. He turned around, looked over his shoulder like that right there. He said, something like that.
Pointed to you. Yeah. That's all you can expect though when you do that. You can't be like, oh, I'm gonna send him a drink over there and be like, hey, we're gonna take a picture with him afterwards or get his
picture. What the hell? We gonna take a picture? Nobody carries a camera around in the 80s and 90s. We got a big Polaroid about that big. We carry in with us.
I was born in the 80s and a child in the 90s. I didn't have a camera. So I don't get the reference.
There wasn't none of this horse shit selfies. We was there.
Yeah.
We didn't have to do a selfie. We knew he was there because we was there.
But he pointed at you and acknowledged you.
Oh yeah, he knew. He knew we sent it to him.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, I might go to that Jimmy.
Yeah, I hate that old Jimmy's no longer with us, but we used to listen to his music.
Oh yeah.
Oh, all the time.
Jimmy Buffett, the Beach Boys, the Eagles. Oh.
Back when me and Earl was we were younger then, but we lived out to the lake house. Well, we lived in trailer in Westminster, and hold on, I got sneezed, but I might not have to. It might be slipping up on me, sneaking up on me.
It could sneak up on your ass.
And
you
Earl,
just go to at you and at you.
Was that when you had the tiger under your bed?
Tiger under my bed.
When you tried to stick your foot out.
Oh.
You remember now, don't
well,
you?
that could have been a number of different times. But
and then you set the oven on fire, didn't you, or something?
Yeah, it's a tough thing.
we like to set the damn house on fire is what we like to do.
Earl came back about 3 o'clock in the morning, all liquored up, and I got there about 10, 15 minutes early, and I was going to grill us something. And I put a whole bottle of lighter fluid on the grill, lit it up, and by the time Earl came, it's flying. I'm surprised he didn't call the fire department.
That's why you don't have no eyebrows.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say is back then, Earl had, you talking about listening to music now, we listened to some music.
Yeah.
Earl had this.
I still got it all.
Do you?
Hell yeah.
Is it set up in your house somewhere?
No, it's in the basement.
Shit. Right over here, sitting up in front of that window.
You're going to have to clear out a bunch more room.
But Earl had
a jukebox at your house?
Well, listen, this was in the 80s.
We're going to get you a jukebox.
Big stuff.
It's a reel-to-reel. Hell, this thing cost back in the 80s, cost about $58,000, I mean, it was anything you could think of. Reel-to-reel. I mean, all of it.
I had a turntable, cassette deck, reel-to-reel.
What the hell are you looking at the
amp,
computer that way for?
reverb amp.
I think you're on microphone 3, and I think you're shouting really fucking loud.
Well, I have been.
It's picking up everything. That's okay. Keep going.
I got up this morning and took me some what did I take?
I
don't know, but it was good, whatever it was.
Ashwagandha. Yeah. So, yeah. That's about the big console.
No. It wasn't console. No, this was.
These are all individual components.
Earl don't play.
You got to have a big shelving unit.
Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The amps, Kenwood 9G or 11GX, big thing.
Yeah.
Like 1,000
do you
watts.
know how to play any instruments other than the radio?
No.
Oh. I'm thinking about starting a band.
I've thought about that too, and then I realized, well, hell, I can't play nothing.
And I don't know.
It's not going to work out well.
Yeah, I don't know how to play the instruments. I can sing like a damn songbird, but.
Well, let's cut loose then. That's your little something.
Yeah, see, you got to pay for it. So.
Well, yeah. And I guarantee you, according to our podcast, ain't nobody paying for shit.
Yeah. Well, here's what my plan is. It's like I know somebody who can play the piano like Stevie Wonder or Ray Charles, but he can
Elton John.
He can see shit. No, he's not gay.
Oh.
And well, I don't think he is. And I don't care. He can play. And I know somebody who can play a guitar like
Merle Haggard.
No, he could play a guitar like a
Steve Ray
Jimi
Vaughan.
Hendrix.
deaf mute boy. You know?
We're not real sure who he is, but I bet he's good.
Yeah.
I don't know how he hears it, but I mean,
Well, isn't that the thing? If you have a deflection like that, like you can't hear real, at all or ever, but you can smell better or something. Is that how that goes?
Well, that's what they say is your other senses will enhance to
It's
try to make up for the one you're missing. But
what do you think?
I
Spider-Man
don't want to find out. I like just having
Even keel.
six equal, 6 of them all equal.
I like being.
So you believe if you can't see, your fingertips get sensitized and you can do shit with your fingers and stuff?
Well, here's my plan: is like if one day I happen to go blind and couldn't see shit no more, like I don't.
You done seen it, so
I've already seen enough.
you got a head start.
I don't want people like trying to help me around. I just want you to put a piano in front of me and see if I can figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or like if I can't smell no more. Well, if I can't, COVID kind of ruined that. If I can't taste no more, y'all just bring me a shotgun and leave the
You
house.
wither away to nothing, wouldn't you? You could hide behind a flagpole, couldn't you?
No. You won't see me no more after you bring that shotgun to the house because I got to taste something. I got sick the other day and threw up.
Just let y'all know. It could be starting.
Well, here's the thing: is I don't know. I think I have a lot of issues going on, and I ain't gonna make
Anything with your health.
mostly all of it.
Oh, I thought you.
And I'm probably not gonna make it long, and so but then I ate steak about 3 weeks ago, got sick. I ate steak the other night, got sick, and I'm like, shit. I got too much iron going in my body, I think, because it's full of it. And then
No barbed wire.
Hold on.
Okay.
Y'all hear that?
Air conditioner.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Making that door rattle.
okay. I thought it was raining. It's not.
No.
So I was like, shit, I can't have steak no more. If I can't have steak,
You waiting on the ambulance to go by.
No, I was looking to see if you used that high-speed lawnmower to cut grass.
Damn right, I done used it.
oh yeah, they done cut grass. It's sitting right there. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It was beautiful, just like my funeral.
You'll be spreading mulch for long.
Look out back. There's 77 bags of mulch.
According to she knows how many she's got or not.
Yeah.
If you slide over there late at night and just get you a handful of bags.
So I decided, you know what? Maybe I got to iron something going on. And then I was like, if I can't have steak and I start becoming lactose intolerant,
Now, I've become lactose intolerant in my old age.
I'm still going to need that shotgun. Well, here's the problem.
Hold on. You what? You can't what?
I can't hardly do milk anymore. If I drink milk, it don't like me at all anymore. I used to eat cereal
Hell
2 or
yeah.
3 times a week.
What was your favorite cereal?
Well, it's a toss-up between Frosted Flakes and Honey Nut Cheerios.
Okay, those are basic as fuck. So
No wonder you like it. No wonder you quit drinking milk. I don't blame you.
I was thinking you were going to say Fruity Pebbles and Reese's because that was Dad's back in the day.
Yeah.
And now he has diabetes.
That Fruity Pebbles kind of
You worked that out, didn't you? You kind of figured that.
That one was risky when they named it that because they were like, this is for children. But then when you buy it as an adult, the people at the checkout line are
Oh,
like,
they're looking at you like, hey, you like them fruity pebbles?
hey, sweetie.
Yep.
My name's Jeff. Yeah, anyway, that's a
So
problem.
you can't chew on barbed wire no more. We got too much iron. Is that what you see?
Yeah, evidently, I think that's what's wrong. That's part of what's wrong with me.
I thought you went to the doctor.
I did, and that bitch ain't helpful at all.
Well, did you bring it up to her?
Every bit of it.
And what'd she say?
You're
Quit
fat.
chewing on barbed wire?
You're fat. I was like,
I come here and paid you $119 to tell me that.
surprise.
I walked in here. I know me.
Yeah.
I'm me.
They put me on a different scale yesterday. I told a little nurse, I said, y'all.
Did you break the other one or what?
That's what I said. I said, did I break y'all's other scale? She said, what are you talking about? I said, last time I was here, y'all put me on a different scale. She said, no. I said, well.
I was just asking, because last time it was a walk-up scale, and this time he put me in a sling.
I said, I think y'all fooling around. I said, this scale that I'm standing on spins around and has like saran wrap for like you packaging truck shipments. So I don't think I need all this. I don't know if I need one this big.
Last time I was standing on and bells and everything started going off, and I thought I won something.
Yeah, you got the same one they got at the landfill. I'm like, I don't know if I need this. At one point in time, maybe, but not today. But anyway, the nurse was very nice. She took my blood pressure, and she was like, I said, hey, it's, heads up, it's going to be high. I don't want to be here. 1, 2.
I've been waiting a long time in the waiting room.
I had a big argument at work right before I came here, so it's, I'm a little volatile. And she said, oh, well, I'll check it again when you land. She said, oh, it's 140/70. I said, well, that bottom number seems a little low. I said, 140 is kind of about normal for me on the top number. I said, but 70 seems a little low. She said, yeah. So she checked it again. We talked for like 4 minutes. She checked it again, and it was 130/78. I was like, oh, we're moving in the right direction.
Oh, yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
I'm calming down.
That's what she
now.
said. Hey,
Yeah.
what'd you do? Stab a Hungarian immigrant or something?
No. What?
Huh?
I just
Maybe that was me. Never mind.
move on. I just started doing my deep breath because here's the thing, and this is probably why I have so many issues. I know how to fool the test now. I can do my deep breathing and be like, oh,
Hold on.
I calm myself down.
That's the way we used to do with a lie detector.
Yeah, you got
relax.
to. You got to level out. You
I
gotta
laughed.
level
One
yourself
guy,
back
they asked him, do you smoke? And he said no. And in his shirt pocket, he had a pack of Benson and Hedges 100s.
in. Oh, the long ones.
Yeah. Oh, he liked them Benson and Hedges 100s.
Called them skinnies.
They still make them?
We call them skinnies. They're about that long, but they're about that big around.
They got vagina slim still, or
I guess.
I don't know. I ain't.
I don't know since I don't smoke anymore.
that's a good point. Earl, what kind of cigarette you puffing?
Seneca? Seneca? He
Oh,
gets
hell
them
yeah.
from Seneca. He has to drive to Seneca to get them, but he gets a discount
Yeah.
because they're homemade.
Yep, they're homemade.
So
Where they hiding them Indians making them? That's a tribe. ain't it?
I started smoking
when you're 12,
yeah,
Yep.
before that. But the Piedmont Candy and Cigar Company,
What?
when Winston Lights first came out, that guy gave me and Donnie each 2 packs. Said, here, try these.
how old were you?
Well, I was
14,
15 at the
16,
time.
15.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been 16. I was at the Quickway, so 15, 16, something.
Okay, back then they didn't have that many rules.
No.
Wait, he just gave you cigarettes. You was 14, 15.
Oh, I wish I was.
Earl worked at Quickway, you
Yeah.
know, when he was 14, 15.
I wish you was
16.
born earlier, so I could have been born earlier.
We had a good time. Oh, we had a good time.
That's what I'm saying. I could. Could you imagine? Back, now that you know me as an adult, not a little dumbass baby. Could you imagine the time we could have had? Like you could have, just like Dad. Dad knows anytime we go somewhere, he can say whatever he wants, because he ain't got to worry about the smoke. Kay's gonna take it.
Yeah.
Yep.
He could have took me anywhere, or like Dave with his big feet.
The thing about Dave is Dave's about 6'4", and back then he weighed 137 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a little skinny rascal, little bitty rascal, but we'd cut town, try to pick up women, and listen, they rolled up the streets about 11 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And it didn't matter if Seneca, Wallace, all of them, they rolled up the streets. Well, me and Earl, we'd go downtown about 2 o'clock. We'd be the only one in town. Police done go home. We'd be the only one in town cutting down looking for women.
They roll him up at 11 o'clock back now.
Oh,
Just
hell
about,
yeah.
yeah.
They roll them bitches up about 8:30 now.
Well, that's because they won't let you cut down anymore.
Well, and that's when I'm like, everything's
they don't need
closed.
them no more.
I got to go to bed. It's my bedtime. My dad said.
Me and Earl had a car, that old junker car, that we would leave at the Napa in Westminster.
Oh yeah.
And just leave the key in it. That way, if we got liquored up and needed a ride or had to change car, whatever,
You
we
had
that
one.
car right there.
Yeah.
And most people knew if you need it, just go ahead and get it, but you got to bring it back.
You got to bring it back. Always got to bring it back. You got to put gas in it and bring it back.
Well, somebody might need it.
Who was your when you was doing racing? Who was your sponsor?
Me.
Oh.
Therein lies the problem.
Let me ask you a question. You got about $74,000 I can borrow real quick?
No.
Okay. But you was funding a race team. You didn't have no. Y'all didn't have no sponsors. Mm-hmm. Well, shit. I'm gonna get you.
You sound like y'all didn't have no sponsors. What about us? How many sponsors we got around here?
We've had some.
Speaking of that, hey, I told Earl.
They hadn't re-upped.
I was watching TV the other night, and this guy was sitting back. Now he was cool. He had a pair of slacks on, and he had some flashy flowery socks and a pair of I don't know, maybe New Balances on.
Yeah.
And a sports coat, but he was about 40, and he was the CEO of Liquid Death.
Yeah.
Guess how many people they got online? 11 million.
Well, let me tell you this. What do you mean online?
They big time. Well, follow him. Follow their company, Liquid Death.
Yeah.
They big time now. I told Earl, guess what they're giving away? Guess what they're giving away? We gotta have this.
Liquid Death.
They give it away. They sponsoring this raffle giveaway, whatever it is. You ain't gonna guess what it is. You'll never guess.
Oh, hold on. I know what it is. No, this might not be the same one I know.
Free funeral.
Is that what it is? Is it free lifetime free?
No.
I don't know.
It's a freaking fighter jet. They giving away a fighter jet.
Well,
that's what me and Earl said. I said, well,
Earl knows how to fly planes.
5%, you hit the damn cash.
well, that's what I told her. I said, can you fire that baby up and let's take it?
Oh.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, so we got to figure out a way to get involved in this raffle or whatever it is. To give, you need to look it up when we get through. It's a fighter jet, a regular fighter jet. Now it's a one-seater.
What's that
and
dog?
It don't look that huge.
What's that dog bitching about?
Tracy probably in there. I don't know. Ask him.
He lost something under the couch and he's.
Oh, that's a cookie. Yeah, it's a cookie.
Yeah. So we got to. Okay.
So would it be on Facebook? Is that where they are?
No, hold on.
I saw this on TV, and they showed the fighter jet. It needed shit now. And that's what he said. What other company would give away a fighter jet?
But it's a one-seater, so you ain't got no Goose and Maverick.
Well, I say it's a one-seater. I don't know nothing about fighter jets.
Oh, Earl. They doing the pool.
And I told Earl, I said, listen, they missed out because we did a commercial for them, and they never played it. And they could be twice as big as they are now.
Oh, I'm sure they are, but we have an in with them because we did a sponsor for them.
We did a commercial for them, Kay. Don't you remember Earl jumping in the lake, or you or somebody?
Yeah, me and
that
Josh,
was Liquid Death.
Me and Josh jumped in the lake, and
yeah, that was Liquid Death.
What was that? What's that animal that lives in the lake?
Fish.
No, but yeah, but
whale.
A specific.
I don't think in Hartwell, but I mean, I don't know. Shark.
Yeah.
They might be in Kiwi if they get Hartwell, so
No, if they're in one of them, they're in Hartwell.
True that.
Josh shit in the lake.
They call them carp.
Oh, I pooped on a pontoon the other day. Hold on, let me figure this out.
By accident or real or what? I mean.
No, it was on purpose. Oh, there was no restroom nearby.
Was there one on the pontoon?
No, but there was a bunch of water below it. And unfortunately for them, I missed. So
you missed the lake? Dang. How'd you do that?
Here we go. Oh yeah, they giving away a damn
fighter jet.
Yeah.
What does it say what it is?
Let's see, it said this summer Liquid Death doing something no other beverage company ever done in the history of human race. Okay, calm down. Giving away an actual, it's a two-seater aircraft that goes almost, said we're giving away a two-seater aircraft that goes almost 470 miles per hour.
Damn, Earl.
With 3,800 pounds of thrust, which
30, that ain't much.
Seems like
Earl, it's better than our fighter jet.
I mean, I feel like my car's got a pretty good amount of,
thrust.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's that much, but it's, so yes.
I can't believe y'all bitching about it ain't got but 30 pounds of thrust. It's a fighter jet. We need it. It ain't going to fit in my garage, Joe.
That will come with a valid and effective FAA special certification of airworthiness. Pilot not included. Well, we don't need that shit. We got
Earl.
Yeah. I love how they don't specify. They said nearly And here's the thing. We're going to have to get you to check into this because it says top speed of almost 407 miles an hour.
What's that mean? 462?
And a half.
Yeah.
And nearly 3,800 pounds of thrust. So they're being very vague about
Here's a question, Earl. Here's a question I got. You know down there where the mailboxes is at? Down that way?
No.
Well, if we went that way, you got enough room to take off on that road right there?
Not with 3,800 pounds of thrust.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
We're gonna need a
We ain't gonna try for this fighter jet now, are we?
We're going to need a bigger parking lot.
We disappointed in the 3,800 pounds of thrust.
We're gonna try for it. We're gonna try for it. We're gonna put it over here at the where what, you know what I'm talking about? Over here.
We ain't putting it no down where we put it in the front yard and the neighbors start bitching.
And we're going to mulch around the damn thing.
Well, I mean, I feel like we have an end to have a better chance of getting it. I don't.
Yeah, well, and we could modify the fuel control unit to get probably a little better than 3,800 pounds of thrust.
Well, now you're doing signs, and we don't do that shit.
Not on here.
See,
we just want to know: can you take off out in this front yard?
I'm gonna go a hard maybe on that.
Well, you don't know how far it goes down there. You ain't never been down to the mailboxes.
Well, he don't live here. Why the fuck would he go to the mailboxes?
I don't.
So he know how many pounds of thrust he's gonna need.
Listen, let me tell y'all some shit I've been seeing.
Wait a second. You're gonna tell us some shit you've been seeing, and we just talking about winning a fighter jet? There ain't no shit you gonna tell us it's gonna be better than that.
Give it a chance.
You see, it's a two-seater. You can take somebody with you and scare the hell out of them.
Yeah. So
You can take one of us
And scare the hell out of you.
Yeah. You said you flew a plane upside down or something, didn't you?
Yeah, I've been upside down, sideways, you name it.
No, I ain't doing
don't
that.
do this fighter jet that way. You gotta bring it back in one piece.
Oh, well, now you went to put rules on things.
I mean,
Where's that long trip we can land at?
Ramsey Creek Hill.
Well, we gotta get home from there.
Ain't far.
put it on.
Especially in a fighter jet.
Put it over there. The new Target they're building over there on 123. They playing on the roof.
They dig it. They up there digging dirt as we speak.
They digging way back there too. I don't know what they putting in there. They're probably gonna put a damn hotel. Like, who in the shit wants to stay in a hotel between Westminster and Seneca?
People that don't want to go to either one, I guess.
Yeah. All right, so I pooped on a pontoon the other day. I was over in Hiawassee, Georgia.
How was she?
She's not great. They didn't have a lot of bathrooms available. But I was riding through there, and I...
Hold up, you was riding through on a pontoon?
No, I was riding through in the truck.
Oh.
And I had...
So you pooped in the truck, didn't you?
No.
Oh.
What I'm saying is I knew that a few miles down the road, a few being like 20, that there were some places I could, poop. But I was like, I got to go now. The Lord decided it's time. So what I did...
So he gave you a pontoon?
Yeah.
So hold on before you go on. I want to make sure I got this in my mind.
Yeah.
Right. All right. You riding down the road about, 78 miles an hour.
No.
Said, I got to poop.
It's a community.
I got to go pretty quick. And you see a lake over there. Hey, there's a pontoon. I bet you can go on that pontoon right there. And you pull over on the side of the road, get out and run down there to that pontoon and get on that pontoon and hang your ass over the pontoon side so you poop in the lake. All this happened.
So far, so good, yeah.
I ain't going nowhere else with you.
Well, here was the thing: it was like a community
Pontoon?
No.
Oh,
Like it was like a boat ramp that was a community thing, and it had restroom. It was like a park or whatever, but they had a marina where you could park your boats, and they had restrooms out there. And I was like, oh shit, that's gonna be perfect. Nobody's pooping in here, I'm gonna be by myself, Well, the men's was locked, and then the women's was also locked, and I was like,
so you broke into a restroom?
I didn't want to commit a crime.
So he shit on somebody's pontoon?
That's what he said.
So
His bathroom was locked. I'm going to sit on that pontoon right there. And then the lady over here said, sir, so you can't, that's my pontoon. No.
well, I keep the wet wipes in my backpack in case I got to hit a rest stop or something. I don't want to be crusty for the rest of the day. So I I put a couple in my pocket, and I went down there to those bathrooms. They were both locked. I guess it was after hours or whatever, and so I was like, I don't know if I can.
Wait. So the restrooms, they only open certain hours?
Yeah, evidently.
What about people's got to, I don't know, poop after them hours? What you do then?
Go
Find
on
the pontoon?
Shit in the lake. Yeah. And that was my plan. I was like, all right, ain't nobody out here at the marina. Ain't nobody sitting, nobody's on their boats.
Nobody watching me.
They parked them here. I'm like, I can go pretend like I own one of these pontoons, and I can lean against it and take a shit. So that was the plan.
When you say lean.
I got
a bad picture about this. It just don't look right.
Well,
you leaning up like, my shoulder leaning on, on this, and I'm just.
No.
I'm just thinking and shit.
No, I had
You didn't have to bust a squat.
That's what I did. I had no shame about that. But I wanted it to seem like this might be my pontoon. So I got on it and kind of looked around, I was like, oh, yeah,
and you pointed. You pointed to stuff.
Yeah, I was pointing at stuff. I was like, oh, the steering wheel's still here.
Wait. This is going to be too good. So there ain't nobody around.
Yeah.
And the bathrooms is locked.
Yeah.
And you're going to get on this pontoon and act like you're on it. Why? Who's watching?
On the off chance they had security cameras.
Or somebody with binoculars.
Yeah.
That if they could see you pointing, they'd say, well, then the pooping don't matter.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He knows
can't be
about
pooping
boats.
anyway. He's leaning up.
Yeah. So then I, looked around, checked the scenario, and I was like, all right, I'm okay. So I lean against the boat, which, because I have weight behind me, pushes it against the other side of the little dock area it's in, So now I know I'm stable.
Makes a real loud sound.
Huh?
It's me again.
No, it didn't make that sound. That's like when Daffy Duck stabbed Bugs Bunny or something. But
What's that, Earl? What's that noise?
Jim Spearman.
Oh.
So I lean against this boat and I push it, my body weight pushes it to the other side of the...
Because you're leaning that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm fat. So now it's stable and I can, brace myself. And so I'm not doing, I ain't trying to be a pervert. I ain't, pulling my dick out and doing all that gay shit. I'm just pooping. Well, the problem is I didn't do the math right on the. I didn't have a.
Your math wasn't math.
His trajectory was all wrong.
I didn't have a projector on me. A protractor on me, so I didn't know. And so I was like, I'm just gonna shit in the lake real quick, be done with it. Get back in the truck and leave fast. So I, do my thing, let it ride and do my thing, and I look back and I'm like, damn, I shit on the side of that pontoon. And not like on one of the tunes, like on the deck between the railing and the, And so I was like.
So you missed. In other words. Well.
Yeah. And I don't plan on going back to Hiawassee for a while.
I don't think they're going to let you back in Hiawassee for a while.
Yeah.
Didn't nobody know about this, did they?
Not that I know of.
Okay, well.
But on the off,
except the people watching the video.
On the off chance there were security cameras.
Well, it ain't that. It was that old man and woman, about 80 years old, sitting up there under that tree, enjoying the last few days of their life. And damn, you come, big ass trotting down on their pontoon boat, shitting off the side of it. And I can hear him right now. He's shitting.
Yeah.
He's shitting on our boat.
Hey, that's our boat. Is he shitting? He's shitting on our boat.
Look. He's leaning up.
And then
standing up shitting. What's that?
I scurried off real fast. So
wait a second. You scurried off real fast. I don't bet that didn't happen, did it? You might scurried off, but it wasn't real fast.
If you shit on somebody else's pontoon, you're going to scurry off real fast. Don't matter how big you are. You'd be 700 pounds and you figure out a way, God, I got to get out of here. Can't be doing that. What else did I do? Hold on. I got notes. I forgot.
Oh, we got notes.
Yeah. I pooped on a pontoon.
Do you have to park? Do you have to park this private jet somewhere?
Yeah, it's gonna have to sit somewhere.
You can't just leave it outside.
Yeah, you can,
Okay.
but it's not good for them. I mean, We left
How
ours
long are we
out.
gonna keep this pontoon?
Or we're gonna keep it all the way till we crash it.
We're not going to keep up that pontoon. That's not ours, and I shitted on it. So
We don't want that one.
No.
I'm talking about another one.
yeah,
What was I going to tell you? Oh, so y'all know, right now down at Clemson, going Little John right there, they have the surplus sale. Everything.
hey, it's a really good deal, honestly, because I've done it one time before. They started at 8, so they're probably sold out by now. But
Yeah.
What are they selling surpluses of?
Everything that the
Athletic.
hats, shirts, pants, shorts,
everything they
shoes.
give to the players,
Yeah.
they're selling it for pennies on the dollar. Like I came out with 3 pairs of pants, 4 shirts, and a hat one time for like $47. The problem is here's the big problem is most of that stuff's gonna fit me.
It ain't gonna fit me and you.
No. Yeah, they're gonna be like nightgowns for y'all. You know, if you go get a shirt.
It's quadruple XL stuff.
Yeah. So
But they're house size for 12, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 shoes.
and that's really why I go, because it's very hard to find shoes in my size. You know, unless I order them online. But it was, I don't know why you brought that up because it's not really great for y'all. But
Well, no, but I just wanted y'all to know about it. I'm doing my civic duty.
well, this isn't going to come out till 4 or 5 weeks from now because I keep fucking up and not doing other stuff.
Y'all missed it. Yeah, me and Earl, we've been meaning to talk to you about some stuff. Cause we got some of our fans. They've been
Yeah.
talking. I guess is a good way, and
Wondering what's going on.
Well, they want to know why in the hell we can't watch Earl with his britches undone. And I said, well, first of all, because we ain't got no cameras. Second of all, Caleb says we ain't got no light for the cameras. So we ain't got no cameras and no lights. And they said, well, we can come over and help you out. I said, no. Hell, we got Earl sitting right here with us every Saturday. So, but that ain't the problem.
No.
Problem is
Yep.
Caleb letting us know, for first of all, what we got to do.
Right.
Because I don't know if y'all know, but I don't think Caleb's going to get it done.
Caleb's dropping the ball is what he's doing. And unfortunately, it's a twofold issue. I've been working really hard, and which sounds like I made that up, but somebody was like, hey, you're not really doing a lot. And I'm like, well, I'm still selling the most, so I don't know what you're talking about.
So
but,
what you're saying is put some overtime in.
Yeah.
Are you having to go work on the new building?
I'm not fucking with that new building. And when they were talking the other day, they're like, hey, yeah, we're going to, we're thinking about who we're going to put in offices together because it's going to be like shared offices, like 2 people. And I'm like, I don't know if y'all know, but I can lift a desk. Like I can move my shit where I want it. So if I don't like who you put me in there with, give it a day and I'll be in a different office.
Or they'll quit. So
Yeah. That could be the better way to do it. Just make them quit. Because I could also do that. I could, I ran over a couple animals this morning.
oh, just on your way here? Yeah, I had to swerve a couple times before I hit that duck.
No, I didn't hit a duck. I hit a turtle, which who gives a fuck. But then,
Well, hold on. Turtles people too. So, and I understand you hit
Turtles are people too.
That's right. I mean, you can't. Don't run over no turtle.
that's the most ridiculous thing I've heard all day.
I know, but you got to consider the source. So
Listen. Don't listen. Never mind.
never mind.
The thing that got me though was I hit a little baby chipmunk.
Oh shit. Oh hell. It wasn't chipmunk. It was a squirrel, wasn't it?
What's the difference, Earl?
I think a squirrel's a lot more dumb and faster than a chipmunk.
They live up in the trees, and chipmunks stay on the ground most of the time. Now they can go up in a tree if they're running from a little Jack Russell Terrier.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know.
Remember that time we had a Jack Russell Terrier, that little motherfucker?
Lasted about 2 weeks, and Tracy said, he's too wild. Get his ass out of
Yeah,
here.
he kept pissing all over everything.
Had to give him to a black man in, where was he at?
Spartanburg?
Cafe in Spartanburg.
Cafe, is that what you said?
Cafe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, did you go with me?
I mean, full disclosure, we took him to one of the recycling centers and just were like, oh, we got to throw out trash. Also, here's Daniel.
Well, first of all, we didn't drop him out. We took Earl's right. We took him to the cafe in Spartanburg, and opened up his, I don't know, it's like a 68 Dodge Hornet and put him in there. That,
Yeah.
What them old people do with him after that, I have no idea.
That's not our business. But I hit that little baby chipmunk, and I cried a little bit, honestly, because I felt so bad. I saw him, and I was like, oh, stay right there. I'm past.
Stay right there. I'm coming.
Stay right there. I can get your ass.
Yeah, I'm going too fast, and you're a baby. So he probably would have fit my hand. Well,
How you know he was a baby? Just because he was really little?
he did fit my hand. I picked him up and buried him. I dug a little hole. I had a couple of pencils in my truck, and my.
What you asked to do, wives? What happened after that?
No, I'm gonna need them here in a little bit. But I had a couple pencils.
Did you find another pontoon?
I didn't have no digging apparatus.
So you had a pencil? Is that what you said?
I had a pencil and a pitching wedge. So I took a couple divots, practice swinging, and I was like, all right, let me bury him. The problem is then once I did it, I was like, I felt better immediately when I did it. But then when I got back in the car and left, I felt kind of bad because
You didn't say no word or nothing?
It was only like a 4-inch hole, so he's not deep underground. But I can't dig that deep with a pitching wedge. I needed a shovel, but I didn't have one. And I didn't want to call you and be like, hey, can you bring a shovel? Or call Dad and be like, hey, meet me over here at the landfill with a shovel. It was, it was going to be more of a problem than it should have been, so I did my best.
If you called me or Earl and said, hey, can you meet us over here and bring a shovel? We'd thought, oh, shit, what's he doing
Who
now?
have you killed now?
So did you put up a little cross about that big for this little squirrel? Beside the road like they do,
No, one of the pencils broke while I was digging.
Well, you had the perfect opportunity.
But I didn't have no tape to make it. So I just stabbed a pencil in the ground. I was like, that's all I got, So now when I
So you
ride
stabbed
by,
this pencil about 5 inches in the ground?
Bend him down.
I probably stabbed the little chipmunk with the pencil.
Well, what you did is pinned him down.
Yeah.
Real right. So
Yeah.
he ain't going nowhere.
Solid chance he might not have been dead. He might just have been wounded.
He is now.
And now he's in the ground with a pencil through his heart. And
Did you hear anything when you buried him there? Did you hear anything go, help, hey?
No, I didn't. I didn't do that. There was what else? Oh, we need to. No, that's not.
What we need to do is get these lights up so we have cameras.
Yeah, I know. I understand. You got to quit bitching about it. There's a fella who walks around Walhalla with a walking stick. Old man.
Well, he needs it. So
He does need it, but he's also pretty sure he's a sex offender. Because I went in the
what you got
gas.
to say about the old man?
Well,
Just because he got a walking stick?
nope.
Oh.
Nothing to do with his walking stick. He just needs that for stability. Yeah. But I went in the gas station one day and I was waiting in line and he just chatting with the Indians who run it, and nope, don't mess with that, Earl. You're gonna cut yourself.
Injure myself.
Put somebody's eye out.
So he's chatting, and it's fine. Well, there's a man and his little daughter in front of me paying for gas and getting her a little bug juice drink cup thing. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's like a little drink for children. It's basically Gatorade for children. No.
Oh.
And the old man doesn't say anything to the dad. He talks directly to the little child. And he's like, hey, do you like bug juices? And I'm like, well, one, how do you know what that is? Unless you can see good.
You got some in your van.
And he said, I like them too. And I'm like, audibly. I'm like, And then he said, so, you remember the guy from, what was that TV game show?
Richard Dawson?
Yeah, maybe, with the long pencil mic or whatever, like the long skinny microphone.
That was Monty Hall.
But he was the one who always kissed who was that?
That's Richard Dawson. Always kiss the contestants.
Yeah. He was giving off that kind of vibe, and then I heard him. He was like, "Oh, I like those too." He was like, "I love candy also." And I'm like,
"Some candy, little girl."
And he said, "Do you give out hugs and kisses?" And I was like, "Whoa, guy, what the fuck are you talking about?" And then I felt bad twofold because one, he might just be a genuinely nice old man.
But the dad was there too.
Yeah, and he was laughing, and I'm like, "Guy, somebody's going to abduct your daughter. You're not protecting her.
He was laughing.
Yeah. He, giggling like, ha, 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 yeah. Yes, yeah.
Wait a minute, how was it doing again? That'd been a sign for me. I said, run, little girl, run. Danger. Stranger danger, little girl, run.
Yeah, like I'll take you to the fire department and put you in that little chute where you drop off, what is that?
Babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you don't want, you know what I'm talking about? When you don't want them, you gotta
It's
put
kind of
them.
like you just have to pull that thing down.
Yeah.
Put that baby in there, push it back up, it takes it down in there to safe space.
I thought it
Can't
was,
nobody steal it then.
I thought it was like the bank tubes where you put it in a little thing, hit the button, and goes. Boom,
No,
and
they won't
shoots
fit
it
in there.
What
I
depends
tell you
on?
what else you can do. I seen a man in
Somebody said you can take them to the library. I'm like, these are babies. They don't know
They
how
can't
to
read.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. Somebody said you take them to the library, and I said, and I went. They ain't got no chute. I don't know what you do with that baby when you get it there. Leave it on the steps or something.
And they can't read, so what are you going to do?
Libraries are basically the Blockbuster video store of today because there's no Blockbuster anymore. But you used to go rent videos and movies and whatever. And
Yeah, but before that, before the Blockbuster, you had library where you could go in there and rent a book and read it. But
take
then,
it back.
Then take it back.
You didn't even have to rewind it.
yeah.
All you had to do is close it. Take it back.
Yeah. Also, let me go ahead and apologize. Sorry about that Goodnight Moon book that I lost. Because apparently Dad owed like $700 in late fees at the library.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
They send me collection notices, and I'm saying this is from the library. So I called the library and I said, y'all keep sending me in notices about a book, something Baby Moon or something. I don't know what it is. I said, I ain't got no book. They said, well, you checked it out. I said, I did not. They said, well, somebody named Caleb checked. Well, hell, how old was he? 7? He said, well, we don't know how old he was. I said, well, y'all saying I owe you $700. I'm tired of y'all sending me notices, collection notice telling me they send you $700. First of all, how much was this book? She said it was $12. I said, I'm gonna send you $12. Don't send me nothing else.
yeah.
She said, okay, but then I didn't send the $12.
Well,
That's what they get for giving a damn 7-year-old a book and expecting him to bring it back.
Yeah,
Thinking
and pay $700.
thinking I was responsible enough to be like, hey, I got this book that I can't read. 1, I'm just looking at the pictures. 2, oh, you could have it for 3 days and then you need to bring it back. You know what I did with it? Who the fuck knows? It was under my bed for about 17 years. And then one day I decided, you know what? I need to clean out under my bed and see what's under here. Turns out that book was under there. And then I was like, where the hell did this come from? And then I saw the barcode on the back and I was like, I probably ought to take this back. And then Dad was like, complaining one day about why I keep getting these bills. And I was like,
Back when me and Earl was coming up, we didn't have no barcodes.
no.
But you adapted to the bar scene.
Yeah, I mean, well, we did have a barcode, but it was things you could do and couldn't do in the bar.
Yeah.
That's all the barcode we had. We didn't
Fair.
have one of them, what you call them things, Earl, them little...
The scanner.
Yeah.
A scanner, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have one of them.
Y'all had the damn Dewey Decimal System.
Well, we didn't have that. I mean, they might have had it in the library, but we didn't know. Well, first of all, we didn't know who Dewey was. And so we thought that's a damn lie right there. I ain't going to the library. You going
We
to tell
seen
me...
Dewey all night long.
Yeah.
And you going to tell me something where something's at because Dewey said so?
And that's another thing. If a motherfucker's named Dewey stacking your shit up and telling you where it's at, I don't believe it anyway.
I don't either.
His name, what's his real name? Dewey's a nickname for a child.
Yeah. Do we trust him or not?
Yeah.
No, we don't.
But tell me what Dewey is short for something. What's it short for?
D. White.
Okay, that might be fair. I was going to think like what was I thinking? No. Demetrius. He wasn't from around there.
I know a guy named Demetrius. Wahala.
He's from Wahala originally, or he just moved in here from...
What's his?
I don't know, Eastern Mexico somewhere.
I don't know where he's originally from.
Well, he ain't from here, is he?
I doubt it.
That's
Yeah.
not
He
a.
don't look... Is he dark skinned?
That's not
Little
a
bit.
He's got real dark hair.
Spanish name.
Well, not now anymore. I think it's White now.
Demetrius.
Demetrius Siganofi.
Oh, hell, he's
Oh,
from
he
Russia.
is-
He's from Russia,
yeah.
Earl. Goddamn Russian. What's wrong with you, Earl?
We do
He's
need.
You've been
Italian.
around the world. He ain't no damn Italian. He's Russian.
You know what we do need? We do need to get a Russian person in here and talk to him, and just figure out what do you know? You know.
You probably ain't gonna get too many Russians to voluntarily tell you what they know and what they don't.
Not around here anyway.
Well, the KGB.
Unless we got one that knows anything about a fighter jet, then he might help us out.
The KGB's not a thing anymore, though, is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're going to tell you, no, we're not. But they are. Don't tell nobody.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not going to say it on the mic. He's going to put his hand over the microphone and be like, no, it's not a thing anymore. But also, it could be a thing.
If you
That's
find
my
out,
brother-
if you
that's
ask
my
more
brother-in-law.
questions, we kill you.
Yeah.
That's why I asked. That's why I go to get my ice cream over at the Danger Zone.
Hold up.
You been over there?
Hold up. In other words, like, me and Earl, like, we would have to go, like, get groceries and stuff like that. Or we might have to go get gas. So, but you got your own. I got to go get ice cream.
Well, I don't have to, but I choose to.
Well, we don't have to go get gas. We run out if we don't. So you got your own place to go get ice cream.
What
So
I'm
before you wait a second,
Okay.
before you go too far, how many places did you have to curtail before you find the right place to get your ice cream at?
about 6. You know, I tried a lot of places, and some of them are fine. You know, you got your Dairy Queens, and you can get something. You know, you can get a milkshake
You can
from
get a dilly bar
anywhere.
to Dairy Queen.
What the fuck is a dilly bar?
What you do at night is up to you. It's your own business. We don't need to know about all that.
So I go to the Danger Zone. It's actually called the Sweet Spoon, but that's an alias.
Well, where's this at?
Over by
Police station.
no, fuck.
Over by Joe New York Pizza.
Yeah, in Skins, the hot dog place.
Yeah, you go in there. That's talk about Russians. These are Russians. Right here.
There's well,
They gonna tell you some other bullshit like this in Belarus or something. That's what they can tell you. They're Russians.
Belarus is Russian.
she said she was from Ukraine, and I was like, well, you Russian now, so you know. Anyway, the lady at the was that the ambulance?
That's a
Lawnmower ambulance.
The lady at the Danger Zone, I went in there the other day, and she knows my order. Like, and that's
Well, now, you never did tell us exactly why you call it the danger zone.
she's from Ukraine.
And that's the danger zone.
It's pretty. I feel like Ukraine's pretty dangerous right now.
I feel like if they change the name, they get a whole lot more business. I mean, I'm just me. I mean,
I would like to help them out with some of their marketing, but I haven't pitched that to them yet. But the one night I went over there, there was 45 some bitches in there, and one. Okay, let me finish the first story first. So I went in,
hey, we right here. You talk to us.
and she knows like two.
She knows just like the lady at the Chinese restaurant. Hey, you too fat. No more ice cream for you. Get out.
She
know what she
knows
said?
2 milkshakes,
Oh.
and she just asked what flavor. And so she don't even say nothing. Like when she sees me, she goes and throws up 2 fingers, and I'm like, yes. And then I pick my flavors or whatever, and so we get to talk. I said, hey, do you mind? Do you have like a little small tiny cup that you could put like a scoop of vanilla in? And she was like, yeah. I said, yes. And I said, cool. I said, it's for my dog. I said, he has dog ice cream, and but he's out because I forgot to buy it. I said, he's going to get very pissed off if me and my wife have milkshakes and he don't have none. I said, so I just want to take him a little, vanilla ice cream. She said, oh, okay, yes. Let's get back. She said, what kind of dog? I said, oh, he's a boxer Great Dane mix. And she says, oh, big dog. I said, yeah. I said, I couldn't get a small dog. I didn't want a small dog. I said, if I'm walking him somewhere and people see me walking a small dog, they're gonna be like, oh, that guy's gay. I'm like, no, I'm not. She goes, oh, no gay. I was like, no.
Well, a little bit.
No,
not much.
I was like, nah. So it's not my thing. So I don't care if somebody is, whatever. So, but that's not me. I'm married to a woman. And she goes, oh, no gay. I'm like, so now I think she thinks I'm gay. I'm like, goddamn, I just can't.
How'd this happen?
Yeah. So when I'm in there waiting, because there's a lot of people in there, Old people love ice cream.
It's because they ain't got no teeth.
That's because they ain't got to chew that.
I'm standing in there.
You say they, like you not one of them.
Yeah, I know.
Like y'all not one of them.
I didn't want to go there.
So I'm standing in there trying to be as small as I can, just standing.
And it ain't working.
No. And
You trying to hide around that little gumball dispenser. Is that what you're trying to do?
what?
You know them little gumball dispensers? You put a quarter in and get your chewing gum out?
I thought you said,
trying to hide behind it?
I thought you said, are you trying to hide behind that Go Balt dispensary? And I was like, I don't know what
tells a
that
Go
is.
Balt?
I was going to be like, I think it's pronounced Ryobi, but I don't know. Anyway, so I'm standing there.
Earl, you need a saw?
I don't know what I need.
And two old timers come up on each side of me. And one is about 5'5". The other one is about my height. And they're both old men. And I shit you not, both of them stood so close that my shoulders were touching them. And so, you know me, I'm always ready for a joke. So when they do this, I'm like, I look to the left at the little one. I look to the right at the tall one. And I said, my bad. I didn't mean to take up that much space. And I just took a step back. And neither one of them said a word. And then they proceeded to walk to the thing where you see all the flavors, and they get about 6 inches from the flavors to read it. And then they do old people shit. And he goes, Jeff, this one's maple walnut. He's like, I see cookie dough panda over here. I'm like, and then I look, and their wives are in the background,
And laughing at them.
They're pointing at them, idiots. Look at them idiots.
They just over there chatting, probably talking shit, but quietly, And these guys are just blown away at the flavor. He said, I wonder what Superman tastes like. And then I looked at the lady, and I was like, he's a gay one.
Is he yours?